제 189회. 잘하려면 시간이 좀 걸리겠어.
Hello, welcome to Let's Speak Korean. 안녕하세요. 저는 리사 켈리입니다. 그리고 제 옆에는 언제나 멋있는 선생님 스티븐입니다.
멋있는. That's
I hope they understood all that.
handsome. That's very kind. Thank you very much. 안녕하세요, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good, good. Nice to be with you all once again for another episode of Let's Speak Korean. And so nice to see these lovely faces next to me too.
Yeah, nice to see you. Yeah, 여러분 안녕하세요. My name is Marina. Nice to see you again.
여러분 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 나디입니다. 반갑습니다.
Nice.
Okay. Once again today we have a lot of great expressions, good vocabulary. It's definitely good stuff that you do need to memorize. So let's hit the books. Here is our dialogue for today.
Wrap it up.
With Lisa.
And Steven.
살사 댄스 해보니까 어때?
생각보다 좀 힘들었어. 몸이 굳어서.
그래. 잘하려면 시간이 좀 걸리겠어.
Okay, we're salsa dancing. And like I said, the dialogue is very short, but in that short dialogue, we've got some great expressions. Let's check out the first one. Steven is salsa dancing, doing his favorite thing here. 살사 댄스 해보니까 어때? This is a very simple expression. 어때? How is it? 해보니까? To try something, right? So Steven is teaching me salsa dancing in this dialogue, and he's asking me, so what do you think of it, Lisa, right?
Mm-hmm. 해보다 is to try something. I'm sure we had this before. 해보, and then you add 니까 onto the end of that, and all of a sudden it turns into now that you have tried it, okay? 해보니까 어때? What a great expression. 통째로 외우세요. Memorize the whole thing, right? 해보니까 어때요? Here, in this case, it's salsa dance, right? Salsa dance, 해보니까 어때?
And you can change the verbs, obviously, you know, 먹어보니까 어때, 마셔보니까 어때, 보니까 어때, 입어보니까 어때. Lots of possibilities, right? For example, 한국말을 배워보니까 어때? Do you want to try that?
한국말을 배워보니까 어때?
Or 김치를 먹어보니까 어때?
김치 먹어보니까 어때?
That's good. 김치를 먹어보니까 어때? How is it now that you've tried kimchi? All right, and the next line, Lisa says, 생각보다 좀 힘들었어. It's a little harder than I thought it would be. You know, just looks like a little dancing to me.
생각보다. 보다 is than, right? We know that that's than. 생각보다, thought, thinking, than. So, what do you think this is going to be? More than I thought. 힘들었어요. 힘들었어요 is what they're talking about. 생각보다 힘들었어요. Now, they don't add the 더 in there every time. 생각보다 더 힘들었어요 is what you could say, but a lot of the time that's just included in the meaning. So you say 생각보다 힘들었어.
That's right. And the line after that, it says 몸이 굳어서. Okay, I think this is a very unique expression to Korea because they're always talking about how stiff their body is. But it doesn't just mean that you've got cramps or your muscles are cramped up. It actually means, for example, someone who's not a great dancer, you can say, oh, my body's a little stiff, I'm not very good at. So it means you're awkward at dancing, right?
And 굳다 is to harden is what that verb means, literally. So you're hardening up. My body is a little hardened, or like you said, stiff is probably
awkward.
the best word.
Yeah, I'm an awkward dancer. And you'll hear older people say this too. Once you're a little older, people say, 몸이 굳어서 I can't keep up with you youngins anymore. That literally means my body is just not in as good shape as it used to be. Let's try saying this, okay? 생각보다 좀 힘들었어.
생각보다 좀 힘들었어.
생각보다 좀 힘들어서.
몸이 굳어서.
몸이 굳어서.
몸이 굳어서.
Very nice. And our last line, 그래, 잘하려면 시간이 좀 걸리거든, or 걸리겠어, for you. So, actually, I think he's trying to tell me in a roundabout way, you're not very good. I think it's going to take you some time.
All those things, anything worth having takes time and effort.
Yes.
Studying Korean is certainly one of those things, and learning salsa is one of those things too. 잘하려면, remember, 하려고 하다? Right? To plan to do something, to expect to do something. 하려고 하다. Here you have 하려면. Okay? What is this? If you want to, if you plan to, 시간이 좀 걸리겠어. It's going to take a little time.
네. All right, let's go on to our Korean Insight. Korean Insight. A term you might come across when you're watching movies or dramas is 노처녀. And what this means is an old maid. And back in the days when females were expected to get married early and they didn't, once they were beyond a certain age, they would call them 노처녀, meaning they hadn't gotten married yet. And these days, it's just used more to tease each other because females obviously work later in their years and work even when they are married. So it's not such a serious expression anymore. Another term that is more respectable and more politically correct is 미혼녀, which means a female who is not married yet. 미 meaning not or dis. 혼 is marriage and 녀 is obviously a female. So remember this term, 노처녀, and you can tease each other with it. 노처녀. All right, we were learning how to ask someone, how is it? 어때? So we'll try that just a couple more times. All right? 뭐뭐 해보니까 어때? Right? That's the expression. So 그 사람 만나보니까 어때? How is it after meeting him? What's he like? Right? 그 사람 만나보니까 어때?
그 사람 만나보니까 어때?
그 사람 만나니까 어때?
만나보니까, 만나다 is to meet, right? So 만나보니까 어때?
만나보니까 어때?
Very nice. And here's one more. 한국에서 살아보니까 어때? This is an expression you're going to probably hear a lot of Koreans say to you. How is it living in Korea, okay? 한국에서 살아보니까 어때?
한국에서 살아보니까 어때?
한국에서 살아보니까 어때?
And how is it living in Korea?
재미있었어요.
재밌어요?
재밌어요?
재미있어요.
Okay, so let's use that answer. I'll ask you and you answer me. 생각보다 뭐뭐, okay? So here's question number 1 going to Marina. 한국말 배워보니까 어때? How is it learning Korean?
생각보다 어려웠어요.
어려웠어요. 지금도 어렵죠?
어려워요.
생각보다
지금도 어려워요.
네, okay, in the present tense. Okay, 김치 먹어보니까 어때요?
생각보다 김치 먹으니까 매워요.
매워요. Okay, he mixed up the order and that's perfectly fine, okay? 생각보다 매워요. It's a lot spicier than I thought it was going to be. Very nice. Okay, and our writer was telling us during the break to point out that before we learned 풀리다, 풀렸어요, like muscles, for example. And today we have the opposite, 몸이 굳었다, which is stiff or hard. And so those are the opposites, right? Stephen, grammar points for us?
I'd be happy. We'll go over them one more time. Just pre-listening, so you're going to hear it again. You're going to hear 보니까 어때? 해보니까 어때? Now that you've tried it, what do you think? 생각보다 more than I expected. 생각보다 힘들었어요. It's harder than I expected. And 뭐 하려면 시간이 좀 걸릴 거예요. 한국말 잘하려면 시간이 좀 걸릴 거예요.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, let's wrap all of this together and go into our flash animation. Be sure to listen carefully and try to repeat what our songs are saying.
살사 댄스 해보니까 어때?
생각보다 좀 힘들었어. 몸이 굳어서.
그래. 잘하려면 시간이 좀 걸리겠어.
Flash animation 보니까 어때요? How is it now that you've seen the flash animation? 생각보다 좀 쉽죠? It's a little easier than you thought now that we've learned everything, right?
10 minutes learning it all.
That's right.
Yeah.
한국말 잘하려면 Let's Speak Korean 매일매일 보세요. If you want to speak great Korean, watch Let's Speak Korean every day. 자, salsa dance 좀 보여주세요, Stephen.
No, you want me to show you some... I need a partner.
All right, Marina, let's go.
몸이 좀 굳었어요.
몸 좀 굳었어요. Well, I still, come on. Just a little dancing. Bye-bye, everybody. We'll see you on the web. Let'speakkorean.com. IGOTV.com.
All right, let's go.